Yo, what's up everyone and welcome to another video, and I'm here to talk about a little game that just came out today. It's called the Callisto Protocol. Have you heard of it? From Glenn Schofield? He made Dead Space. Dead Space. Have you heard of it? Hello. The remake comes out next month. It's coming. Horror. There's so much of it. You better run. You're gonna shit your pants. I'm gonna come over your house. I'm gonna make sure your pants are filled with doo-doo. Okay? Because horror's back, baby. We got a new Amnesia game coming out. We got Resident Evil 4 coming out. We got Dead Space Remake coming out. We have the Callisto Protocol, obviously. I'm sure there's some indie stuff. I'm sure there's a couple indie games that are gonna make you poo. You better watch out. You better watch out. There's probably a new Peppa Pig game coming out. That shit's dark. Anyway, I'm here to talk about I'm here to talk about the Callisto Protocol. I have yet to finish the game myself, but I wanted to give my first impressions because I'm about 7 hours in, and I think that's good enough. Yeah, it's like a 10 to 13 hour game, somewhere around there. So let's say halfway. I actually looked at a playthrough, and I was actually way further than I thought. That doesn't mean like this playthrough might have done way better in the last half of the game than I will. So it could still be like halfway, but it looks like I'm actually like maybe 65% of the way through, which is actually kind of crazy considering where I am right now. But I just wanted to share my opinion on the game from what I've played. So this is the first impressions. I really dig the hell out of this game. I was so sure this game was gonna get great reviews because I don't have many problems with the game. I really don't. Like I have a couple, like for the PS5, even post day one patch, which was like almost 11 gigabytes. There's some frame rate issues. I'm playing on performance mode, and I just played earlier today after the day one patch came out, and there's still frame rate issues. Like immediately the game started up with a moment where it definitely dipped to around the 30 frames. And performance mode obviously should play at 60, but there's times where it doesn't. It doesn't bother me too much because during the gameplay, for the most part, it doesn't dip too much. There are times where it did. I'm not 100% sure if it only did when the day one patch wasn't out or not. But yeah, so there's some performance issues. There's some visual issues too. Like the game itself looks awesome, especially the faces. The faces are like Josh Duhamel looks great. Karen Fukuhara, I think that's her. How you pronounce it? Sam Witwer. They all look great. Everybody looks great. It's almost photoreal. Real. I don't know why I said that word. But my problem with the visuals are just like certain effects look really strange. Like some of the blood looks a little too chunky at times. You know, like you just see like one big blobby texture of blood fly out. Which, okay, I mean, it's not always going to be. That's more of a nitpick. But I don't know. Maybe it was just me. Maybe they fixed this, but the fire looked really bad. Like I am a stickler for fire in video games. Most of the time, it never looks good. And here, maybe they changed it, but it was straight up it was a JPEG. It was a GIF, really. It was moving, but it was like the Doom effect. I forgot what it's called, where the JPEG moves with you to almost make it look like it's 3D, kind of, even though it doesn't make any sense why the body would move. You know, like you're just looking at a picture and it's kind of moving with you. You know what I mean? I forgot what that is called. I know it's called in gaming, but that's pretty much what's happening with the fire, at least in performance mode. I didn't notice it. I did play a little bit of it in the visual mode, the fidelity mode, which definitely looks better, but the frame rate, I was like, no, I'm okay. I'll just play in 60 frames. I think there's a couple of issues with glitches. I only had a couple. Really just one where like my character, Jacob, kind of like semi glitched into the wall, and I didn't really fuck me up, but like I was getting backed into a wall, and at one point I couldn't really walk out until I got hit again, which was really strange. And there's been a couple times where you kill an enemy and they kind of glitch into the wall and they kind of fly up or whatever. Nothing too bad. The glitching into the wall was the only one I got that was bad. Oh, actually, no, that's not true. I had one glitch where I made progress in the game. I won't spoil anything, but I made progress, main story progress. Got to a point where I had to kill a couple of guys and then find a thing to unlock the door. But I was thinking to myself, wait, I want to backtrack a little bit just to see if I missed anything. And I did. I was like, I backtracked a little bit and I found some things I missed. And then I came back and it, like the thing I found, because I found it already, I just didn't go through the door yet. it wouldn't trigger the door anymore. So I had to find the thing, got the thing, it's a key card, and I had to open the door. Didn't open the door yet because I wanted to backtrack to see if I could find anything that I missed. I did miss things, so I'm glad I did that. And then I came back and it wouldn't trigger the door. I remember that was like in the first like hour and a half of the game. That was really annoying. So I had to restart the checkpoint, which the checkpointed before I fought those guys, so I had to fight those guys again and then go all the way back to the side stuff again. Really annoying. And then the door, luckily the door didn't glitch again. That would have been really annoying. But yeah, that was annoying. So hopefully that stuff was kind of fixed in the 11 gig update. Again, I played that before the update came out. This is one thing about playing games pre-release, you know. So it kind of sucks. But that's also what the reviewers played, so, you know, reviews reflect what I played, kind of. But besides that, though, I think the game is really awesome. I think the atmosphere is on point. Visually, for the most part, it looks great. But the atmosphere they nailed it. It's not a particularly scary game, but the atmosphere is still on point. My problem with the scary factor, and usually I'm a big pussy with these games. The reason why I don't think it's that scary is because it is very obvious when you're about to fight an enemy. The jump scares are pretty, like, they jump scare you, but they're pretty telegraphed. And also, I just don't find the enemies themselves that scary looking. They remind me of something you'd see in The Last of Us, almost. And I don't really find them scary, and they're like, the clickers are scary, but like after you fight them a few times, like the only times they're like even like really scary is when they're on your ass and you have no shivs. But that's not scary, it's more just tension, you know. I'm not really scared of them. That's just me personally. Like, designs that I find scary are like things like necromorphs or even the Thing, you know, like the alien from the Thing. Something would have fucked up, like just something really wrong with it. Where, don't get me wrong, these ones are wrong, but they're still kind of humanoid. Even the ones that you meet later on, which they're like more spider-like. There's one that's kind of like split in half. That's like two, almost like the Thing. Like that one thing they find that's like two people almost morphed together. Yeah, so the enemies themselves don't scare me too much, but let me tell you, I don't understand the reviewers at all. They were talking about how the combat is not very good. Some of them have said it's great, which I agree with that. I really do. But a lot of them have been saying it's not that great. I love the combat. I think the dodging works really good. I think the impact of all the well, it's just one melee weapon, really. You get two, but you really only get one. If you play a game, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, the impact of the melee weapons is so good. The violence is there. It's freaking gory as a motherfucker, and it is challenging. I really like that too. It is challenging, and you get ranged weapons too. And the guns feel great. The shotgun, ooh, real good. You get two shotguns in this. That's how good they know shotguns are. You get two. One of them is missable, so you better pay attention. And it just really feels good. I think the melee combat is awesome. And I never got frustrated. I got killed a lot. But I never got frustrated to the point where I'm like, oh, this game is like screwing me over. Or it's like janky, which I'm seeing a lot of. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I just got lucky with my situations. But like the situations that I was put in. But I never felt like it was unfair. I've also seen a lot of people say there should be like some way to know when someone's about to attack you too, kind of like a God of War, which I don't really agree with because the sound design really lets you know. There's times where I'm just like, oh shit, there's someone behind me. I can feel it and they're about to attack me. I just kind of get the fuck out of there, or I move, or try to kill the enemy that I'm fighting quick. And I found the combat to be great. I really did. And that's the one thing that's really, really sucking me back in, is just the combat is so good and visceral, and I like it. And that's not a pun because Visceral made that's big. It's just really good. I think it's really good. Maybe it shits the bed in the last half. That is a possibility. But I think the story is really good too. It's not like the most mind-blowing story ever, but it's good. It does a great job of changing up the scenarios quite a bit. Where you're doing most of the same thing. You're fighting the enemies and stuff. You're dodging, weaving, shooting, you know. But like the environment's always changed. So you're going deeper and darker into this hell prison pretty much. And even other environments. I think that's really well done. The variety of environments is really good. The upgrade system is really cool. I really like the 3D printing of the upgrade system. I think that just visually is really cool. The environment itself looks great, feels very lived in, which I've seen some reviews say that it just feels like a generic empty place, which I don't exactly agree with. Like, it's scattered with dead bodies and stuff, but there's like a lot of stuff around. And the lighting is great. It just feels like a real place that was once inhabited with a bunch of people. I do wish we got more of that prison stuff, and maybe that comes in the last half. I'm gonna assume not, but it might. But I would like to have seen like maybe prisoners still alive that are maybe antagonists or something like that, or like there's like a jail, like a gang. I mean, it's supposed to be a maximum security fucking prison, so that probably wouldn't happen. But I would still like to see something more. But maybe it happens. Maybe it happens. But at a certain point in the game, I feel like it's probably not gonna happen. But I could be wrong. But yeah, again, this is just the first impressions for the first like 6-7 hours. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed what I played so far. I think the combat's great. I think the upgrade system is great. I think the exploration, the one thing I love about Dead Space is that it would let you know where your objective is next. So you know, okay, I put it on the ground and it'll tell you go this way. So you know that everything over this way is like a side stuff. I feel like that should have been in Callisto Protocol, because there's time where I'm like, I want to go this way, but am I going this way? You know what I mean? Like, which one is the main objective? Because I don't want to get too far in the main objective, because then I'll lose the chance to get some side stuff. So you have to kind of, at times, take a guess. That starts to go away later on in the game. I don't know if it comes back towards the end of the game, but like in the first couple hours, I was confused. And then it started becoming a little bit more obvious and a little bit less exploration focused and more linear. Yeah, so that's really just my thoughts right now. I just wanted to get my first like half game thoughts. You know, I mean, the game just came out today. But I really enjoy it. I really do. I think it's a fun game, great combat. The atmosphere is on point, looks great, has some problems, but they can iron those problems out. I personally don't see the problem with the combat. I saw somebody play it earlier today and they got stuck on a point they got stuck on a part which was easily solvable. There was like a bunch of fans everywhere. You can pick enemies up and throw them in. You know, that's how I solved that area. And they got so annoyed with the game, they deleted the game. I'm sure someone knows who I'm talking about. And no offense to that guy. It was just, I don't know. It was a weird place to join a stream. Let me just say, I was just like, oh, cool. I want to see someone enjoy this game. And then immediately they delete the game. I was like, oh, yeah, it's like, all right. Hey, teach their own. If you don't like the game, I'm not going to shit on you. But I just thought it was funny that the one time I wanted to watch a stream, which I don't watch streams ever. One time I want to watch a stream, immediately I jump in and the guy's hating on the game, thinking it's a piece of shit, and then he deletes it. It's like, God damn. All right. That was a good time to jump in. Anyway, there you go. That's my review, I guess. I'm not gonna give a score, obviously. I'm not done yet. What I would give it right now is an 8.5, I think. That's probably where I would be at. I think the gameplay is super fun. I think the atmosphere is there. Again, it's not like super scary, but the atmosphere is definitely there. The sound design is great. The kills are good. The combat's good. The story is good. It's not like the most... It's interesting, but it's not the most complex story. I like that it's simple. We need more simple stories that are just told relatively well. With likable characters, too. I actually like Jacob. I like Danny. I like Elias. Elias is my boy. Good characters. A small amount of characters, too, which I like also. Reminded me a lot of Dead Space. Did you see I didn't really compare too much to Dead Space? Like, I did in the beginning as a joke, but I wasn't like, oh, this is like Dead Space. You have the grip ability that's like that's the stasis ability in Dead Space. Didn't really, because the game itself isn't exactly like, on surface level, it seems like it would be Dead Space. But when you play it, you'll see it's not really. It's almost like if you mix like Last of Us with Resident Evil 2 like remake, or even Resident Evil whatever remake, 3... even probably 4, and you obviously have Dead Space in there. Like if you mix them all together, besides it just being very Dead Space. Anyway, that's it. Just wanted to give my review, quick, easy. Hope you liked it. Bye.